defining our space. You as a subject, the aggressor, is going to be allowed to use any kind of odd behavior. It could be grinding the teeth, it could be the chin getting too low, it could be fixing the eyes, it could be weird hand actions, rocking. Another one that I used to get a lot was shedding clothing, which in a Canadian winter is always a sure sign. So he goes, takes off a winter jacket at -20. You know there's a reason, yeah? So any bizarre behavior. The only other difference we want to add now is the defender, the subject, in their verbal commands. We're going to try to introduce and reinforce the idea of what are called alpha commands. Alpha commands are quite simple. In language, in instruction, in orders, there are two classifications of commands, alpha and beta. This is now only recently being researched in law enforcement, but there's a large body of evidence and research in education. I recently posted a very comprehensive article on Facebook that was done for dealing with learning disordered children in classrooms. The idea is this. If I'm in a classroom and I tell all the students, please open up your desk, take out your copybooks, place them on your desk, and take out your pencils, please, but don't use your pencils yet and put them down. Done. The squirrels are running the zoo. You have no idea what's going on, right? So you need to, as a teacher, say, could everybody please open up their desks? And if Christian goes and takes out his book because he's a really good student, say, just, Christian, please hold it there. All right, everybody? All right. Can you take out all your red copybooks and show them to me? Close your desks? Yeah? Everybody takes them out? Awesome. Put those down in the center. Now, pencils, guys, top left corner. Please, pencils, top left corner, guys. And everybody goes with you. And in this way, you can maintain it. Right? If you want to see an example, come today when I teach the kids class, when we have 16 kids in here and I'm teaching staff fighting in this space. And if you don't use alpha commands, you have less eyes that leave the room. Right? So you have to be, it has to be strong. You have to run it very, very clearly. When it gets to police commands, self-defense commands, people have good intention, but their reflexive language can be very bad. So the few rules for alpha commands are these. One, keep it short and simple. One command. Yeah? Very specific. One command. Don't say, you stop that, take your hands out of your pocket and move away from my car. It's too much, right? 120 bits of information a second. Person's not processing all of that. Half of it's already gone. Their attention resources are consumed. Extremely simple. Extremely specific. Classic no-nos would be, stop it! Quit it! Quit what? Imagine you are the offender and you have the best lawyer in the world, right? And you're standing there with a machete, but you're doing this. And somebody says, stop it. Stop what? There's so many things I'm doing right now. None of you's thinking about the machete. Is it my dance? Is it my awesome eyebrow? No idea. And you get off, because there's a reasonable doubt, right? It wants to be specific. Take 3 steps back, please. Or, sir, can you please sit on the grass? Sir, can you sit on the grass? Sir, sit on the grass, please. If I have an option, it's always simple. It's always as precise as possible. No quit it, stop it, let's just chill. You know, knock it off. That's another great one, yeah. And then finally, try to keep it positive. Try to keep it an affirmative rather than a negative. Dropping the gun can be a neutral, right? But I'd far rather say, give them a specific command. Give me something, an example of a specific, clear, positive command you could give somebody who's doing this in front of you.
Step back 3 steps, please.
Step back 3 steps. What else? Let's say in this context, what could you ask me to do?
Back against the wall.
Yeah, you say back against the wall. What else could you say?
Show me your hands.
Show me your hands you can use, yeah. What's the danger with show me your hands? Mike, what's the big danger on that one?
He's going to show them to you.
Yeah,
and
if
he's nervous, he's
right?
going to show them really fast.
What's your if you've been trained to shoot when you see the hands, and I say show me your hands and you pull them up fast, is there a chance that I trigger myself to shoot? Right? Or show me your hands and the guy goes, absolutely, bang. Right? Now you're expecting the hands, so you go, it's the old Muhammad Ali trick, right? Muhammad Ali would box, and then when he's there, he'd go like this, and then the other guy, like a yawn, would go and do a lesser degree punch, right? This guy goes, hit him in the throat, right? Done. Right at that moment, there's a distraction. So if you're expecting the hands to be showed, you have an expectation, there's a pause. You got to be careful, right? What else could we do?
If a hand is in a pocket, make you face your palms forward in your pockets. So don't move your arms, your hands out of your pockets, but I want you to rotate your palms forward. And now if you have anything in that hand, I can see it. And now when you pull it out, I want you to make an elephant ears with your pocket. Everything comes out. So I'm very clear with my commands. No, show me your hands. No, get your hands out now, because you might be surprised by what comes out.
Yeah, it's far better there to stop them right on the spot, right? And I've talked about it repeatedly. If somebody puts a gun to my head, asks for my wallet, you see somebody, we see it all the time in simulations, they have great intention, they freeze, their head is running through 100 different things, and then their brain says, fuck, I better give up my wallet, I don't want to die for this, and they do this. And they go quickly to the pocket, they get stabbed or shot. But by comparison, if I say, absolutely, listen, I'm taking distance as I comply. My hands are up clearly. My wallet's in my front right pocket. I'm gonna take it out and go in with 2 fingers. You just tell me, you want it in your hand, you want it on the floor. If I'm taking distance the whole time, I'm distracting you with questions, I'm asking you for what you want. I put it down, I back up more, done. It's clear what I'm doing, right? I show them, I don't just go, ah, ah. You see people going, oh fuck, do I have my keys? And boom, they get hit. And we see it in simulations where it's not that stressful. So imagine on the street, right? I've seen it as a bouncer. People are just standing in front, they're totally frightened, and then they go to just put their hands up, suddenly they'll be like, hey, why can't we be friends? But they're right there in the eye stare, and they go, hit, up, and they get hit, done. And you can see them getting knocked out like this. They were trying to be passive, right? So, all I want us to do, keep it simple, 1 command, 1 instruction, 1 action, 1 demand for each statement. Keep it clear. If somebody doesn't respond on the first one, is it better to give a completely different one, or is it better to repeat it?
To reinforce the command.
Yeah, repeat it, reiterate it, change it a little bit, but always the same thing until you get that command achieved. Keep it as positive as you can. We want to avoid complex negative things like, listen, buddy, last thing I want to do is fuck you up. I didn't even see your face, man. Don't worry about it. There's no reason to kill me. I'm not even going to call the cops. I was not thinking about any of that shit, and now you just put it in my head. Right? It's the first rule of neuro-linguistic programming. Whatever you do not think of a large white polar bear sitting right here in the room. And what do you have to do? Think of a large white polar bear and then try to negate it. I've got to not have a cigarette at the break. You're thinking of a cigarette. How easy is that going to be? If by comparison you say, I'm going to have a stick of celery, positive, simple, clear replacement distraction. So don't introduce negatives into the conversation. I don't want to fight. I don't want to hurt you. It's been a long enough day. Don't make me stab you. I've got a gun here. All of that. Forget all of that stuff.